I never can tell exactly when we're going live. Hey, we're going live. Look at that. What's up, everybody?
Thing. This is live.
Well, I know. And then, like, I click the button and it just sits there and spins.
I understand. Right? Hello, which everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy monthly call.
Yeah, exactly. It makes me think we're not live, and I'm just sitting here like not knowing what to say. And
it's weird for me to be on this side where I'm not in charge at this stream.
Oh yeah.
Because every streamer that I do, I'm in charge. So I'm just like,
wait, why aren't you in charge of this one? Don't put me in charge.
You're in charge. I don't have the.
This is not a good idea.
It's all you.
Oh God.
I'm free.
Yeah, that's how.
Which is probably good because normally I'm drinking when we do the show. And I'm an agent of chaos. Not today. I have coffee.
Oh well.
I'm very jealous of you.
I'm making up for it with a little bit of bourbon.
All this time I complain about when you have parties, people leave drinks at your house, right? But now I wish they had.
So what's up? How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing in the chat? Give us a shout.
Oh, we have comments here. I had the wrong thing.
How you feeling?
Hi. I can't highlight anything. This is so weird for me.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, this is.
You're in charge of highlighting.
All right, I'm highlighting. All right, we're shouting. Here's some highs from people.
Hello.
Because Andrew knows how to do things.
You're gonna have to learn today.
Oh my gosh,
James.
This is not good. What's up, everybody?
That's my surrogate dad.
Your surrogate dad?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Everyone say hi to my surrogate dad, Mark.
There you go.
Hello.
Happy Friday from Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Ooh. That's what? Oh my God. What time is it there?
William Shatter's painting portfolio. This is a comment to highlight. Thank you. I appreciate you giving Andrew the practice for this. That's good.
Oh, you all. This is gonna go really interestingly.
It's my friend Shane. Hello, Shane.
Yeah. We got some more folks coming.
I know there's a creepy dog behind me. That's our foster dog, Ollie. He's a chug.
Ollie, can we get Ollie? Can we get Ollie?
Chihuahua pug. Let me grab him.
Oh, Ollie! I got to meet Ollie earlier today, and he's adorable.
Look at him,
Ollie.
Ollie.
Let's get in on Ollie. There he is.
Look at my messy room. It has foot's full of fluff from dog.
Oh, we're blaming Ollie for that.
Yeah. No, he didn't do anything. He's sweet. Look at him. Oh, he's so shaky. He's like, I'm nervous around all these people.
Oh. Fair enough. So, Maddie, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Because last night I platinumed Yakuza Like a Dragon. I have never platinumed a game as far as I know, which means getting all the trophies. Maybe I have and I've forgotten like a more simple game, like something like a point and click like Monkey Island or something. But this was a feat. I'm very proud of myself.
That's huge.
People are like, oh my God, how hard was the last dungeon? I was like, actually, it wasn't bad.
You were so souped up at that point.
Yeah. I did a lot of grinding in that game. It's so fun. And just in time for Tokyo Game Show, which hopefully Rob shows up because that's like, it's been a week of announcements in video game land.
Mm-hmm.
There's Nintendo Direct and there's a Sony State of Play and there's Tokyo Game Show, which I got to go to in person years back when I studied abroad in Japan.
Casually
when I lived in Tokyo.
There,
but there's a ton of big announcements, including like the next Yakuza games now that I'm trying those out. So James is right. Only a few more days until Return to Monkey Island. It's been years since we got a Monkey Island game from LucasArts. We're getting a brand new one on Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I'm very, very excited.
Nice.
So, yes, that's been the highlight of the week, besides being busy at work. And then, you and I talked about shows today, but we'll have to talk about shows with our friends.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so Maddie and I got together today, had lunch together. It was fun. Good times. That's when I got to meet Ollie. Ollie got along really well with Cosmo. They basically, my dog, and they basically just like met and sniffed each other for a minute, and they were like, yeah, whatever. There's more interesting things.
Other video game news before we talk about TV shows.
Yeah.
Oh, games I have been playing. Why don't you just stick your head in instead of being a weirdo?
Not creepy at all. Hold on, wait.
You can't see your face, it's just your body.
This comment wasn't originally about Elliot, but we're going to apply it.
Oh my gosh. Um, so me, like many other people across, I guess, the world now, have been playing the free game Disney Dreamlight. I'm gonna say it wrong again. It's like Animal Crossing but Disney,
Oh, oh boy.
and I love it because I got to do quests. Everybody's forgotten about everybody. Mickey
Oh
really
my
misses
gosh.
Minnie. Minnie's a ghost on the island. You got to recruit friends,
She's a
and you
ghost.
have
Why?
I don't know. You have your own
Huh.
house that you customize, and you get to do like things like gardening and whatever. And so that's been also fun in my side time when I'm not like grinding the streets of Yakuza. So it's it comes between that and me like, oh, look at my cute like Mickey Mouse ears, and let me go talk to Moana and then Wally, and let me open up Remy the Rat's restaurant. And that's free, so I do recommend people check it out because it's been a nice little like calm game
Nice,
for
nice. It's
me.
free?
So, yeah,
Oh wow. Very cool.
I
What
think it's
is
on. I'm playing a PC, but I think it's on like Switch and PlayStation, all of those too.
okay, good to know. Yeah. I'm definitely not the video game expert here, so I'm
Just
learning a lot
be
already.
prepared for Goofy to be a little annoying, but it's okay.
I mean, that's not really a surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe perhaps a little more annoying than usual. No, that's really cool. I video game wise, nothing new here. Still
Still playing
grinding
Breath of the
away.
Wild.
Still grinding away at Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Sarah and I take it very slow. You were talking about like hitting platinum. Like we don't necessarily set out to do that, but we kind of end up doing that because we both are just
Wait,
kind of completionists,
yeah.
right? Yeah, and on top of that, we both, especially with a game like this, we both are just like taking it super slow. So like, we do so much, end up doing so much farming and stuff like that, just because we're
Well, and I
enjoying
think
the
that's
scenery
probably
of the
what the
game.
developers really intend for a lot of those games too, is that you really take your time and enjoy it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm jealous of that because I am so much like I get so hyper fixated. I will only do that thing. So I finish games quickly because when I'm
Mhm.
in the thing, that's the only thing that exists.
Right, right.
Uh, like, and that can be a problem. Usually, I'm not so addictive that I can't walk away from things, but that's why I like games that have an end. Because then,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah,
okay, I've done it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the difference. I think with Breath of the Wild, I mean, obviously there is an end, but like it takes forever to get there, right?
Yeah, and
Or at
you'll be
least it does for
done
me, I think.
just in time for the new Zelda game to come out next year. So
See,
perfect timing.
that was the plan all
Perfect
along.
timing.
Take 2 years to beat Breath of the Wild so that we can pace it out
Yeah.
just in time for the next one. That
And
was
by the
just
time that you play that, I'll have beaten all of the Yakuza games. And I will have cosplayed from them. Only as old men. Never as a cute lady. Only as old homeless
as
men.
as it should be. I'll do the maybe I'll do the cute lady part.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely.
I got the long hair. I gotta like do something with it,
Yeah.
right?
I'll give you the sexy idol outfit.
Oh my gosh, that's a bad idea. 2 a.m. That is commitment right there. That's commitment. That's all I gotta say. That's great. That's awesome. Let's see. So what else is new? We've got
Let's talk
well,
about shows. Let's catch up
let's
on stuff.
yes, let's talk about shows because I have been binge watching TV like crazy lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just started doing it. I had like this kind of like mindless task that I needed to complete over the weekend that I knew was just going to take hours and hours and hours. It actually was some video editing, which actually I should mention that while we're talking
Tell
about it.
people about it.
Before we talk about television, let me talk about the project that I was
Tell them about
working
the
on.
Star Trek stuff you're doing.
I'm going to tell them about the Star Trek, and you're going to see me looking off to the side because I'm going to pull up the link
That's
to it right
okay.
now. Yeah, so I have been getting involved in. There's a local group here in Central Kentucky they're known by Potemkin Pictures, and they have been doing Star Trek fan films for I want to say like 10 years now.
Which is so wild because how anyone keeps that up. Which I guess, you have to be pretty dedicated if you have like an exact replica of the bridge.
Right.
In your what is it, basement, or is it just like a
It's yeah. So and it is not the only one. Like there have been. I still am just like piecing together the story because I'm only very recently involved with this group. They've been around for a long time. But yeah, they've got. You'll see in the video that I'm about to share. I'll share the link in the comments. You'll see that there are bridge replicas. There's transporter rooms. Lots of different sets from what you're familiar with various Star Trek Federation ships, and even some Klingon stuff. And so I've been involved with it. I actually got involved with it through Sarah. Sarah was the one that originally got in touch. We had some mutual friends. They reached out to her and said, "Hey, you'd be a really good member of the cast on the show." And so she plays the Doctor in the episode that I'm going to share. And I'm pulling up the link now. And I don't have any bit parts in this one, although I am going to have a bit part in the next one. But I got to do some production behind the scenes. So
I love it. It's so great. As a fellow Trekkie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to post this right here. Star Trek.
Which is why I know I can never help out or come around because I will overdo it. So I'm going to appreciate you from afar and not let myself get over there. Everybody should check it out.
Fair enough. Hey, we've got Rob jumping in here.
Rob,
hey,
what's up, man?
Hey, I heard your extremely geeky story about you being an extra in a Star Trek production.
Kind of. I will be. Yes, I will be.
And doing some production stuff behind the scenes.
I'm doing some of that too. Yep.
That's fantastic.
Just a little bit. Yeah, it's fun. What's up, Rob? How you doing?
Don't minimize just a little bit. A little bit of a big deal is a big deal.
Oh yeah. Well. What I mean to say is that I have a small part in, like, I don't want to minimize the parts that everybody else is doing in this. The production in this, there's a lot of stuff involved, and I got a small piece of it. And I hope to get a little bit bigger. Like, I hope to get more involved. It was a lot of fun. I got to use my drone. So if you go check out that link that I pasted in the show notes or in the comments, you'll see what looks like a couple of crane shots, traditional crane shots, like kind of hovering down, and I actually did it with my drone, which was a lot of fun.
I will click on this now.
Yeah, cool. Click on it now. You go watch it. You come back in 10 minutes, Rob, and let us know how it
is. I do have to do a small 10-minute interval, but okay, the ad for this video is not appropriate for children. That's okay. So maybe you guys have seen the ads, Maddie. I'm sure you've seen them too, where it's like this gotcha game, and there's like a tiger, and there's a damsel in distress, and you have to like do something. I guarantee you've seen it.
These. Yeah.
Okay, but every time the damsel that's in distress, she's in these very compromising positions, like oh. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know if this game is really geared for kids.
I'm really surprised based on the type of internet content I consume that has not been recommended to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's always she's on all fours and her booty's sticking up. Like who? If you're captured, you're probably.
It's because they know I'm a lady, so they're like, nah, she doesn't care.
Nah, she doesn't care about that. Yeah.
But show her Markiplier playing that risque orc massager game. Yeah.
There you go. Right.
And then she'll look at it and be like, but the art's really good. I think I want to play it.
I mean, the art is pretty good. They're very well drawn. Just not drawn in good positions that are good for children.
So yeah, I was saying, so the reason I ended up binging a bunch of television over the weekend is because in this Star Trek thing that I shared, I'm going to give away a little secret. You've heard it here, folks. We shot this over a couple of different days, and one of the days Sarah's hair was one color and one length, and then the other day it was something different because we weren't expecting to have to do a reshoot, but it was necessary, and it was a good thing we did it. And so we had to do a little movie magic. I did some colorization of things, and that took a lot of time. But it was like mindless time, so I was like, all right, this is a perfect time to binge watch television. So Rob, you're just in time. We're about to start talking about all the TV we've watched lately.
And then we can circle around at your back after the TV talk about video game week news talk. So TV talk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That's good.
That sounds good.
I do have a TV, and I have turned it on and looked at things on it.
Whoa.
What have you watched?
Well, so is Andrew, surprisingly. It's not just me watching.
Okay, I mean, I can go first because my list will be super short.
Hit it.
The main thing we've been watching is She-Hulk, and I like to call this.
Oh, let's talk about She-Hulk.
Shulk.
Yeah, Ellie does too.
I've been thoroughly entertained. Now, I've had some haters talk to me like, I heard it's not very good, I heard it's boring, or whatever. I'm like,
They're incorrect and they never read the book.
yeah, I think that's what I was just going to say. And thank you, man. I'm you'll extrapolate upon this when you get to your TV show that you've been watching. But because I know effectively what She-Hulk is as a book. Like
Yeah.
what I'm seeing on screen is like this is what I'm expecting.
Oh yeah.
And it's on par. It's on par, and it is good and entertaining. Like if you're expecting like action and fighting, and
no,
like,
it is like goofy law procedural, which honestly, all I want.
I'm a huge fan of. Like my wife and I love law shows. Like I mean, and like crime shows and things like that. Like Lucifer, you think, okay, there's no way me, Rob, would love to watch Lucifer. I love Lucifer because effectively it's Scooby Doo for adults. Like that's what it is, right?
I love a monster of the week situation.
Yeah. So we've been watching She-Hulk. We've been watching that. Like there you go. She-Hulk was so great.
Yes, Madison. I haven't watched today's episode, so nobody say anything.
Has been so good. Exactly. And
but
also
Madison is my girl. I love her so much.
Yeah.
Just the way she talks, like that's a Y and two N's, and the Y is not where you think.
Where you think?
Like yes.
I absolutely cracked up.
God.
Love her too.
Like
so
I
like
love her.
The girl and I watched like every Orphan Black, like tons and tons and tons of all Orphan Black.
Oh,
tons of
Andrew, you've got to watch Orphan Black.
So like,
I have not watched that yet.
Anyway, we're huge fans anyway.
So good.
Yeah, she's so good. She's so good. So like watching all of Orphan Black and then starting to watch this again, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is why I'm in love with you anyway. This at Dragon Con, I took pictures with every Orphan Black person. So the next time I go to Dragon Con, I didn't make this year. Next time I go to Dragon Con, it's going to be every She-Hulk.
Absolutely.
Right? Yep. So that's the big thing I've been watching. Other thiings I've been watching like are Blackish and things like that. But that's the big.
I love Blackish.
Thing. Yeah.
I can talk about that if you want. I always watch Blackish and Grownish.
All the issues are, and the thing is, as a person of color, that's me. As a person of color, all the things they talk about, like the nod and like election stuff and politics, in shoes, it's all 100% accurate and true. Like every episode, I'm like, yep, that's a thing. Like all white people should watch this. Yep, that's a thing. White people should watch this. So yeah, those are the big two that we've been binging. I saw that Thor: Love and Thunder is now available to stream. I have not watched it. We'll probably maybe check it out this weekend. Last weekend was really busy. We were doing like a church launch and a Bible study thing, and we just couldn't get anywhere. Couldn't get out and do anything. But I think we're going to try and watch Love and Thunder. And I'm a big since like the professional fan of Natalie Portman, so I'm sure I'll be thoroughly entertained.
Oh yeah.
But look in the comments. Anything says anything good or bad about Thunder? Nope. You'll see anything all good.
Marcia, as a lawyer, I don't usually much like lawyer shows, but She-Hulk is so fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. All right,
and
so
I agree, Kenneth. Kenneth says everyone complains that female characters are ruining entertainment. You know what? F all the haters. They're here to stay. It's absolutely.
Amen.
And I love that the show's aware of it, which is great.
Yeah, so that's another thing too, and I'm going to quit talking because I want to hear Maddie. I want to hear your take on this because you've read more of the books than I. For example, the Little Mermaid trailer. Did y'all see the Little Mermaid trailer?
Of course
Little Mermaid trailer? Yes or no?
Chills.
Like my young little black girl children have said out loud, how come this is a white girl princess? How come this is a white girl? They've said this multiple times. When they saw that trailer, they were like, hey, she looks like us. I want to see it. This is really cool. It does make a difference.
Of course.
Now, I don't mean to now that I have children and girls, I'm going to be on this. So no, that's not, I've always been this way. Like my wife for 20 and 30 years have been telling me these stories of how she's a woman in IT and would deal with these crappy incidents with these crappy men. Men, you're crappy. Rob, I'm crappy. Like it's a thing, right? But these things make a difference. And in 2022, we need to inspire not just little black girls, but everyone. We need to inspire the youth, get them to do and make and create stuff. And if you see someone that looks like you on the screen, you're going to be perpetuated. We've talked about this with like me and He-Man. Like I love He-Man, but like, it was disappointing to watch this show where no one really looked like me, right? Maybe that's why I'm not a big huge fan of Star Wars, because no one really looked like me other than sexy Billy D. Williams, right? But he didn't look like me. He was way too sexy than me. So like looking at a thing and seeing someone that looks like you identify. That's just what kids do, right? And I think this is a good trend. Not necessarily that everyone needs to be a strong black woman. Maybe, but we should push to be more diverse. And same thing with Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. You have black.
Well, and that's what I want to talk about too.
It's okay.
Because speaking of like shows I'm watching in more diversity, And everybody else, I'm just like, you don't need it. I don't care. I don't want to talk about that. Rings of Power, I'm loving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I am so in love with all the characters in there and all of like the diversity in like settings too, like in the character design is so nice. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings person. I read the books, I watched the movies. But it never like really spoke to me totally. Like I like it, but I don't like want to watch the director's cut. You know what I mean? Or the uncut versions or whatever.
Oh,
super
I
extended
did.
I'm not that
4-hour
person.
director's cut, absolutely.
I can't.
And 48
I
frames
can't.
a second too.
But I love Rings of Power, and I love all the characters in this so much, and I am especially in love with there's a dwarf princess in there. She comes up a lot when they talk about when people complain about their show. She's a larger Black woman, so seeing like a plus size woman's exciting, but also she's just so stunning and amazing. And even Elliot was like, oh my god, he never talked. I'm the one who's always like thirsting over people on TV, right? And he's like, she is like.
He
So
didn't understand what was going on in his body. He felt new
she's
things.
really stunning. And I was like, oh my god, I know. And it's so good so far. I really like Rings of Power. I think it's slow for some people. I don't feel that way. I just like being immersed in a fantasy world and looking at the costumes and the setting. You'll like it, Andrew.
Okay, cool.
I'm watching that. I've been watching The House of Dragon, which I think is okay, but I'm gonna keep watching it. League of Their Own came out this last month, and that is the best. 10 out of 10. I will watch that every year forever. It is the gayest thing on TV. It's the gayest thing on TV. Is the gayest. Your wife will love it, Andrew.
Yeah, we're both. I have not watched that because we're waiting for a time when the two of us can watch it together, and it's hard to get our TV schedule in sync.
And Andrew watched Paper Girls.
Yes, Paper Girls. So I've watched a few of these. I watched She-Hulk. I'm right there with you also on that so far. I haven't watched the other stuff that Maddie's recommended, although they are all on my list.
We'll get you there, Sandman.
I just watched the first episode of Sandman tonight, like right before this. And yes, holy crap, I am very into that. Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I had no doubts about that. But now keep in mind, it will be interesting. Hopefully, I'll be done with it by the next time we do this because I've never read the books. I know nothing about. I tried,
and I wasn't really into them, but I think I'm gonna retry.
Okay.
Now.
Nice.
Because now I have a better picture.
Yeah, my knowledge of the Sandman, like the extent of my knowledge is I knew what a couple of the characters looked like because they would always show up as costumes at Halloween parties. That was it. That was literally it. Like I knew nothing else about it. So yeah, I'm very in for that. But yeah, let's talk about Paper Girls for a second. And Rob, if you've not heard of the show, well,
it's like Stranger Things, but more timey-wimey, and it's all girls.
Okay.
Yes. It is. It is a super
and the future version of one of the characters is very hot.
Oh yeah.
Now you have my attention.
Very hot.
Yeah. And my only hesitation with recommending it is finding out just recently that it got canceled. So.
But there's
I've seen the comments here that Paper Girls got canceled.
Yeah. I'm very sad about that. I did not know that. I just finished the show maybe 3 days ago. And I think it was announced like a day or two ago that it got canceled, something like that.
It was like right after I recommended it.
HBO Max?
Amazon Prime.
No, it's Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, okay. Because I saw a bunch of things on HBO Max that have just been canceled.
Oh man, yeah, we have so much. An hour's not long enough for us to talk about all this stuff, honestly.
No, absolutely. But yeah, okay. Very briefly, Paper Girls. It's 4 12, 13-year-old girls set in 1988.
Okay.
They don't know each other for the most part. One or two of them kind of knows each other, but they're not really like close friends or anything. But they all have paper routes. We're talking ride on your bicycle, chuck a newspaper on the front porch.
Paperboy for NES. Gotcha.
Exactly. Yes. And they all, through a rather random circumstance, on I guess it's technically the morning. Yeah, Hell Night, the morning after Halloween, right? But like I say morning, it's still like pre-dawn hours. They're all on their paper route. Something crazy happens. They all get caught up in this little thing that's going on. And the next thing you know, they are transported to the year 2019. And they're like amidst all this crazy futuristic laser gun fire. Don't know what the heck's going on. eventually run into the future self of one of them who doesn't have any recollection of this past. So we've got this weird kind of time thing of like, oh, you're my future self, but you don't remember this. So what's going on there? And then it just gets so much better
So
from there.
good.
Really?
Here,
Okay.
here's my selling pitch on this. I mentioned about 10 minutes ago that I was doing this mindless activity where I was like doing some video editing all weekend long, right? While I'm binging all this television. And again, it's stuff where I can like watch TV, but like kind of more listen to it while I'm doing this video editing. I was doing that all weekend long until I turned on Paper Girls. And then I realized about 45 minutes in that I literally, like my laptop was just sitting on my lap. I had not touched it. My hands were just kind of hovered over it. I had been watching TV the whole time. I could not take my eyes off of it. It's that good.
Okay.
I was it's awesome. What's James saying here? When the part of Paper Girls, when the young girl learns about her oldest self and what she is something I never saw before. Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay.
Yes.
I love getting like to see these characters interact. And it's like it's really complicated with all of them, which I really enjoy. And they've changed some things from the books, I think for the better, which does bum me out that we're not getting more Paper Girls, because I love to see ways that like TV shows kind of improve upon the story, because you only put so much in a comic book. You know, you're trying to sell issues, you've got constraints. And so when you bring it to TV, you get to explore more of these side characters, you get to build them up a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And I love getting to see that. I think it's the same for like shows like Invincible, even The Boy, especially The Boys. And I really appreciate that. Man, they can't talk about that on YouTube because
I've only seen one episode, the first episode, and I was like, this is why everyone was losing their mind.
I just need to show you guys episode 1 from the most recent season and just the beginning.
Yes, yeah. Because I watched this and I was like,
I've never imagined like an Ant-Man situation going in someplace you wouldn't expect. And then...
I've seen many an anime, many a show.
Yeah,
I have never ever thought about the situation, and that's all. It was really fun going into it blind. So that's why I don't want to say anything about it. I don't want to say anything more, because if you like The Boys and if you haven't seen this, you should watch it and go into it completely ignorant, like I did. Watching this, I was like, what did I just watch?
I feel like I have not seen this. I don't know what you're talking about, but at the same time, I feel like I've probably seen this on South Park before.
No,
really? Okay.
No.
Wow.
No.
All right.
No. Let's keep talking. Matt, go on to the next thing.
Moving on. Yes.
All right. So we talked about Paper Girls.
Yep.
So I'm glad.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, one more television show I want to talk about. I finally got around to watching the first season of Mythic Quest.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I want you to finish, but I just have to say that show is my life. Like one character isn't the same, but almost everybody is my life. And like watching it is almost like, what is that show? Big Bang Theory, I think, where I couldn't watch it because it was too this is too nerdy. This is too much of a reflection of my life. Mythic Quest, it was right there. Like, I can't watch this. This is too correct. This is too like exactly. That's this guy. That's this guy. That's this gal. That's me. Like, yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead. Tell me more what you thought about it.
Oh, it's fantastic. I was loving it. I mean, I hadn't even thought about that. So now I kind of want to go back and watch the first season again, just with this in mind. Like, oh yeah, there's Robin and all that. I mean, I loved it. I totally enjoyed it. Obviously, I was a huge fan of Always Sunny. So what's his face? Rob McElhenney. Whatever his name is.
Rob.
You know, that guy. Yeah. I liked what he was doing. And I mean, everybody in the cast. I mean, the cast is just solid right out the gate. Ashley Birch is in it. She wrote some of my favorite episodes in season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I met Ashley Birch. Right.
I know we talked about it today. I'm still jealous.
So when I met her, like, she was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this cool thing," and I think the cool thing she was doing was Mythic Quest. I just didn't know. Right. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, nice.
Girl.
Yeah. What really clinched me, like clinched it all was that at the end of season 1, I don't know how this was originally released, but I went back and looked. So season 1, for the most part, was released in very early 2020, right? Like pre-pandemic. We're talking like a month. I think it was like mid-February
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, that's right. Yep.
But if you go on Apple TV now and look at it, there's actually 2 episodes. The very last 2 episodes in season 1 were released after that, and it shows. You get to, I think it's the 11th episode, 10th or 11th episode, and everybody's like this. They're all zooming. You know, they're all in a video conference together, and it was obviously shot during the pandemic. And the ending to it was just this like super feel good. It was the one, if you've seen it, it's the one where they do this amazing, like kind of like what do you call it, like Rube Goldberg machine kind of thing through all the different zooms, like as if I was to fake high five. Nope, this way. Fake high five Maddie right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see how hard that was for me to figure that out, and they did this amazing.
You still haven't done it right. I'm right. You're leaving me hanging.
You. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Here we go.
Nice.
I got you there, Rob. And it was just like I just sat there and thought, oh my gosh, this was so amazing. I wish I had seen this a year and a half ago when it came out, because boy, could I have used it back then. Like the feeling
I watched
it gave me
during the pandemic when that was our game development life with Zoom. I was sitting actually here at this chair, maybe facing a different direction, doing all my work from Zoom, doing all our game dev and talking to our developers and stuff. And yeah, that hit really hard. It hit really hard.
Yeah. And then the episode after that, the one where they are what was it called? Everlight. They did an internal party within their company where they put on, it's basically a giant LARPing tournament. And it just blew my mind. Like the production quality of it all and the imagination involved in it it was fantastic. So I'm sold on that show. That was my other.
Definitely watch season 2. It is really good. Yep.
I'm gonna get on that. Yeah. So okay, I'm done with television. That's
video game time.
Let's talk
video games. I saw some video game questions in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and find them here because there was a couple.
I saw someone ask about the Street Fighter 6 trailer. Ken Honda Dawson, dude, I am super hyped. I don't understand what's going on. I guess I can customize my character and adopt people's moves. Be like Guile, be like Ryu. I don't know what's going on, but
what?
What's up, Rob? What are your thoughts on? Oh, I didn't see the question. I'm sorry.
No, it was that. It was the
Street Fighter 6. Okay, yeah. So Street Fighter 6 is super dope. It's using like Unreal Engine 5 and like every muscle is just rippling. But this trailer, I barely understand what's going on other than the fact like old school folks are going to be in Street Fighter 6. I assumed some of these folks would reappear, but you never know. Like with Third Strike, or Street Fighter 3, it was like just like Ryu and Ken, an all new cast. So it was good to see like, Honda, Dawson, Ken, all these guys coming back. But like that, the new mode, like I guess I can customize my character and adopt special moves. Like I don't know what's going on, but I'm all in. It looks fantastic. I watched some interviews talk with the developers, and they really are trying to embrace like hip hop and old school Street Fighter 3 and other elements that made like Street Fighter a lot of fun. Justin Wong did a reaction video, and basically the whole video is going which is kind of just what I did. So I mean, like so Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, Alpha, those are the ones that I played the most. I did not play that much Street Fighter 4. I played a fair amount of Street Fighter 5, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the new systems where I didn't really get into it as much. This though, everything I've seen thus far with Street Fighter 6, like I am super hype. And this trailer today that dropped, like I can't wait. This is the thing that pushed it over for me. They unveiled, they released a lot of things at Evo, like just some of the initial characters and what they look like, and Luke and things like that. But now Luke can be a coach, and I don't know what's going on. But this is the one. Because again, nostalgia is a big thing with me. Oh, here's some of my favorite characters from like 1991, but they're reimagined. And look, the Blanca looked really cool with his electrical, his outfit. Like, hey, there's my old buddies, like my old friends showing up. So I am super gassed about Street Fighter 6.
Nice.
6. What's the best video game announcers this week for you?
Why you always asking me, Robin, not me, too?
Because Maddie, you talk about
platinum Yakuza like a dragon. I'm a gamer.
I can only talk about one thing intelligently, and that's video games. Like I can't talk about TV or movie
That's
or comics.
true. That's fair. That's fair.
It's just
I
video
feel
games,
left
right?
out. Like I'm not watching the announcements.
I'm gonna ask you a video game question. I want to
Okay.
hear your opinion on something.
Okay.
As far as the announcements are concerned, so there's a Nintendo Direct, and there
Yeah,
was
we'll
the
watch
State of
that.
Play, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, Maddie, we should have been watching this together. Like I had.
We really should be live reacting stuff like
Yeah,
that together.
Okay,
honestly.
we're gonna do this next time. There's a Nintendo Direct. Like we're gonna do the thing where you're gonna see me scream out loud at things happening in the Nintendo Direct. Because so I had morning meetings because again our developers are in the UK, so their time frame, like we have meetings in the morning. I was like, sorry guys, I'm not available. Like, why? Like
Nintendo Direct, I was keeping up all that stuff.
Yeah, every single one. Like, I understand. So like, I worked out early, did everything I need to do early so I could sit down at 9:57, sweaty and stinky and away from meetings and ready to watch this thing. So I'll talk about the Nintendo Direct first. The thing that there's three things that made me yell out loud. Octopath Traveler 2. Like I'm a big fan of Octopath.
If they don't fix it to where those characters actually hang out, I'm not playing it.
I think
they don't fix that from the first one.
That's a call out.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Octopath. Okay, that was the thing that made me scream. That thing made me laugh because like 15, 20 minutes ago, before the Direct started, there was a leak where like, hey, these games are on sale. And it had a picture for Octopath Traveler 2. Like, I don't think this is a thing. Is this a thing? So that was kind of a cat out the bag. But okay, thing number one that made me scream out loud was Radiant Silvergun. You guys know I'm a big fan of Treasure. So that's games like Dynamite Headdy, Ikaruga, Gunstar Heroes.
That's a shooty shoot one, right?
Yes. Overhead or vertical shooting.
Spaceship shooty shoot one.
Spaceship shooty shoot.
Spaceship shooty shoot.
And Radiant Silvergun is one of my favorite shooty shoot games, and because it has like 6 fire modes and great bosses, and it really pushed the Saturn to the limit. So but I love playing the game, but it is difficult for me to get out the Saturn, get out the cables, get out the memory card, make sure the Saturn actually spins up a disc. Like it's a pain to play the game, and it is on Xbox Live Arcade, but the port is so this coming out on the Switch that made me go, Radiant Silvergun. That's thing number one. Thing number two, it went da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-dun. And I said, so now that I'm in the industry, these things hit a little bit harder. Like, how in the world did they get the license from Rare and MGM and the I don't know who owns James Bond. It's like
it was a huge surprise. Oh, GoldenEye, Andrew.
Yeah, it's like
GoldenEye on Switch. No, it's the original GoldenEye on the Switch.
It's going to be on the Switch. It's also going to be on Xbox Arcade, which there was a leak of that, and like I got a chance to play it too. Like the leak. But yeah, GoldenEye is going to be the Switch, and it's going to have online multiplayer. How did they get the license to do this? Because this has been in licensing hell for like 20 years.
It's a smart move, though. It's such a smart move,
right? So I'm talking to my UK buddy concurrently as this is going on. I was like, hey, can we talk about this? No, I'm watching the Nintendo Direct. So we just started talking about things. And he used to work at Rare, so he understands the complexities of licensing, things like that. And he the same way he was like, oh snap! You think he used a slightly different word. How is this possible? All caps. I can't believe this. Like, so we were both like, how? I wasn't expecting that. So that's the thing that made me yell out loud. And then, of course, the third thing that made me yell out loud is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom. Now, they showed it. It looked beautiful. But as usual, Nintendo is so stingy. They're like,
it was like nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like, here's a mosaic of something and a little bit of gameplay.
Oh, Ganondorf's there. You surprised?
Like, no way. No way. Princess Zelda. There's a princess because she was like being held aloof. Like, and then like here's 2 seconds of gameplay. Link is jumping off stuff, and then
it's not being in the sky. That part was cool though.
Like the gameplay
we've seen that shot before.
It looked really cool, but there's but again, it is coming out May 12th. May is my birthday, so that's a great birthday present for me. Looking forward to it. MGM. I said MGM, but there's another one. It's like, is it like broccoli? Wait. I want to say broccoli or potato. There's some vegetable that also.
Broccoli Productions or something like that.
Francis Ford Coppola. No, it's not that. It's like some broccoli. But there's another. All these people had to be in line in order to make.
I didn't realize Amazon had bought MGM.
It's everyone. So that was the Nintendo Direct.
Well, and we should mention real quick, also Nintendo Direct, good stuff. For me, Story of Seasons, Wonderful Life. So they're remaking that.
Is that you?
It's the only Harvest Moon I really played. And they announced that Crisis Core will be out. Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core will be out in December, which is way sooner than I thought we'd have it. So.
Yes, yeah. And there's a couple of Resident Evil games on the cloud because like they
yeah,
showed
but
Resident
and
Evil.
Fatal Frame 4. We're getting Fatal Frame 4 for the first time ported here, so that's pretty
I
big.
looked at Fatal Frames, like I think I own this game because I got it from Play Asia.
Do you own the Japanese? Oh,
yeah. So it's like, oh my gosh, I got to get that. Wait, I think I already did. Yeah, I did. I'm cool.
So Sony State of Play, I don't think I was really interested in much except for like God of War. I was like, yeah, duh.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. The Yakuza game announcement was my favorite. and then I watched the full Yakuza hour announcement the morning after that. So
yeah. So I'm with you with there. Like, I have some reservations with God of War because, as you know, my game of the year, even though it came out in February, is Elden Ring, right? And people are saying like, "Ooh, God of War could be the thing to upend Elden Ring." Like, really?
I don't think so, though. I mean, I'm really excited for God of War, but I don't think that'll be.
Yeah, so like obviously I'm going to play this because I think it comes out in November. I think it's what they said. Like, I'm all about Ragnarok. Let's do the thing. But can it be better than Elden Ring? I don't know. But I will say the previous God of War was really good.
I'm so excited to be a dad again.
Yeah, like
I'm so excited. I'll be mad at that kid. I'm like, I do everything for you. Respect me.
When I was playing it, my children would sit on the couch. And I'll be like, boy, get me something to drink. Like, Daddy, we're girls. Like, boy, give me a drink.
I am going to get Gotham Knights. I'll probably play as Batgirl. Of course. I would have said Jason Todd if they didn't make him look so ugly.
Hey.
They were like, okay, Jason Todd's for the boys. They were incorrect. The Jason Todd fans online are very upset about how dumb he looks.
Speaking of Batgirl, and then we'll finish up with like State of Play. Speaking of Batgirl, did you see the fake leaked trailer for Batgirl?
No.
Okay, so Google like fake Batgirl trailer. So obviously Batgirl was canceled by Warner Brothers. Again, we're talking about these canceling things, like really,
which is ridiculous because the whole movie came out.
Yeah. Like, how you can be done? Like, I want to see Brendan Fraser and it's Leslie Grace, I believe is her name. Like, I want to see them do the thing, right? So this company, I don't remember the name of the team, but they put together a fake trailer using footage from like
that team would be named Corridor Digital.
Yes. Yeah, and they do.
Is that the people you watch?
Oh, I follow these folks.
That's
Corridor Crew. That's right. Yes, Corridor Crew.
And
thank you, Meow. Yes. Yeah, thank you for that. That's exactly what the Corridor Crew. So do a Google search for this, and the trailer, like again, they had a stand-in to be Batgirl or whatever, but like it's awesome. It made me go, dang it! And there's a funny little nitpick at Warner Brothers too that I like that I won't spoil for you, but if you like Batgirl, which everyone I believe in the circle does, and in the comments do, check this out. Google like fake Batgirl trailer. But to button up State of Play, I thought it was great. I like God of War, obviously. Like you, Maddie, I really was into Yakuza and their new announcement for that. That looked really cool. I mean, for me, maybe because I'm looking at my shirt, maybe I'm always going to be a Nintendo fanboy. I think the direct really delivered. Look, there we go. State of Play.
Well, I figured State of Play was so small, and I was like, well, since Tokyo Game Show's this week, my big announcements aren't going to be at State of Play. The things that I care about, Aiden Chronicles, are going to be in the rest of the week. So
yeah. So we should reconvene and remember our thoughts and talk about this later. So
Aiden Chronicles tomorrow. We're getting some announcement. So
something. Fellow Kickstarter backer.
That's a Kickstarter thing that I put a lot of money into.
Something mysterious. Yeah. So speaking of the Batgirl thing, the Corridor Crew. They are a channel that I've been following that group of people for several years now. They are primarily a channel about like making videos. So like that's my thing, right? That's my geeky thing. And the person who starred as Batgirl, her name is Jordan. She is fantastic. She is a phenomenal addition to that crew. She's a more recent addition to that gang. I say more recent. She's been around for at least a year. She's great. She's a very good talent on that show and brings a lot to it. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember her name was Jordan, but I didn't remember her last name, so I didn't want to disparage the talent that she brought to the show.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. That's fun stuff. Let's see, we got a couple more.
Oh yeah, Meow did mention Oolong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Team Ninja
I'm
game?
really excited about that, especially because as someone who's like studied a lot of Chinese history and folklore and things, really excited for that, and I'm hoping to get the chance to maybe talk to some Chinese developers and have them come to like a talk or something
That would be awesome.
at a place that maybe I work with that I cannot name, but also I need to talk to you, Rob, about that and potentially like a collaboration. So we talk about that sometime.
Let's put a pin in that right
a little pin in that.
there.
That's a Nearmint Collective After Hours.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, after hours, there's like wine and slow music. Yeah. So yeah, I'm
After
different from right now.
So I'm hyped for these games. Like, like I thought there was going to be a sequel to either like Onimusha or Ghost of Tsushima, or like, I'm a big fan, like Maddie, of Japanese culture, Chinese culture, Asian culture, and things like that. This looks really good. And I'm a big fan of Team Ninja. Back in the day when, let's see, what is his name? Tonobu Itagaki was talking about, like, he was a director and producer of the series of the original Ninja Gaiden. And I was one of those sadistic folks that like beat the game on very, very hard. And I ran into him at E3. And I was like, Itagaki-san, I beat your game on a very, very hard. And his translator translated, and he goes, Mr. Itagaki-san is very proud of you. He said, only what percentage?
That's exactly what I would want anybody to tell me.
He was
just,
like,
just no matter what's going on, like, this man is really proud of you. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, he was like, only 5% of Americans have done this. Good job. And I was like, yay! And of course, yes, even at E3, I don't think we're outside. I think we're inside. He still had on his sunglasses. He looked really dope like that. Nice. So, like, I'm a big Team Ninja fan. I like all, like, Dead or Alive. Maddie, have we talked about Dead or Alive VR?
No, because
volleyball, beach ball VR.
Oh my gosh!
Well, now you got my attention because I was about to say, no, Rob. I've only ever played Dead or Alive beach volleyball. I've never played any other Dead or Alive games.
So we're gonna have Nearmint Collective After Hours, and I want to make you play this.
Can we get on Twitch and live stream that?
Because I bought this game many moons ago, not knowing what I was getting into.
Why are we having a party?
And in VR, it's like, wow, Kasumi and Ayane look so realistic. Oh, they're swinging. I need to take this off my headset.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
Anyway, Team Ninja, I'm a big fan of Team Ninja. Regardless, I'm a big fan. So yes, I was super pumped for this. I can't wait to see more about what it is. I'm
so
like
good.
Yeah, I played so much of Tsushima, so much of Sekiro, and I'm a big Souls person. Again, I was a guy that I have 6 jobs and 85 children. I still put like 300 hours in the Elden Ring. Like, give it to me. I want it all day.
So, and I love that we're getting a lot of like, you're talking about how you like, more feudal Japan era stuff too. Yes. We're getting a lot of that this year, which is really exciting. I think the success of Ghost of Tsushima really brought it along. Because Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Creed feudal Japan game. Yeah. There's another feudal Japan game
I want to play, right?
We're getting. Yeah. And because of Ghost of Tsushima, that's why they're releasing Yakuza Ishin, which is the feudal Japan Yakuza, which involves like Meiji era period with the Shinsengumi. I mean, that makes sense to most people. Meow meow understand what I'm saying.
I wonder if because of this wave, because Sucker Punch is an American company. And they did a really fantastic job with Ghost of Tsushima. And I wonder if Japanese devs like Team Ninja were like, "Oh, really? You're going to make a game about feudal Japan? We're going to show you how it's done." Like,
I think a lot of them thought, because that came out. I remember when Ghost of Tsushima came out, there was a lot of talk amongst Japanese developers that came out online, where it was like, we just never thought that would be successful in the States. Like that type of game, like reflecting that era of culture, like of our history, would be interesting.
Oh, it's wild. They make gobs. It's so millions of copies.
Yeah, because I think about Way of the Samurai 2 is one of my favorite games. Like, I love that.
Yeah. Like, because I'm sure you have like Bushido Blade and Tenchu and all of these games like on PlayStation.
And I don't even like fighting games, but I love Bushido Blade.
Bushido Blade. Yeah, our buddy, mutual friend Shane and my brothers and like Keith Rainey, some of these guys that we would play Bushido Blade for hours. Just one match would last hours. Like, we love those type of games. So yeah, I'm glad that we're getting more of this type of culture. I'm all in.
That's great.
And
that's
Lionheart, we'll play some Street Fighter. We'll make this happen.
I know you're still playing Breath of the Wild forever, Andrew, but we're gonna have to get you on some of these things.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna play another game.
You just gotta come over and play it.
Like, I have thousands of games.
I hear about this Minecraft,
and all they want to play is Minecraft.
Yeah. Minecraft.
I mean, Minecraft's a great game. Like, Mojang did a great job. So the company did it in 2 days. Like, you build an empire. It's great. but there are other games that you can play.
Well, and I really wish like I think it'd be fun to like stream with everybody here. Just put up on Twitch or whatever because it's easy to do. And have us all play something like The Quarry or like one of the Man of Medan, like the Dark Pictures anthology, where everyone chooses a character and they have to like play through with them. It's like in the story. It's basically like a film that you get to help make decisions in. And I feel like that'd be so fun to play with you guys.
Yeah, this is false.
Omar!
Omar has never, ever beaten me in Street Fighter. Ever. Never, ever. Never has happened. Even when this time I won't block and I still win. This time I won't use hard kick or hard punch and I still win. So no, good, nice try. But thanks for joining.
Because we all need to play more games together, like that, or like hell, even like just playing Mario Party all together.
We do need to play more games together. Mario Party, Mario Kart. Yeah, we definitely need to play more games together.
Absolutely.
You all need to experience playing Mario Party with my wife Sarah.
Yeah,
because she doesn't play, but she coaches.
Oh,
and it's hilarious. I can't even describe it. We'll have to put that on camera sometime because it's too good.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Cowabunga collection. So
I heard about this. Yeah, what's up with that?
Okay, so the Cowabunga collection is really cool. It's all the TMNT arcade, Turtles in Time arcade, 1, 2, and 3 on the NES, so Manhattan Project and the arcade, and the original one, like the original hardcore Ultra Games one, the Game Boy ones, the Genesis one, and the Super Nintendo one. And Digital Eclipse is the developer. They do a great job of like making the emulation on these games like perfect and well done, et cetera, et cetera. And like some of the extras that they bring too, like there's like strategy guides where if you're stuck in a level, you can push a button and the strategy guy will be like, hey, here's some tips on like how to beat like Rocksteady, like do the downward thing with your bow or whatever. Like it's really cool. And there's also a rewind. So like the original Turtles on the NES was hard. That game took me 6 days to beat when I rented it as a kid. And 6 days is a lot of time when you're a little kid and you have nothing else to do but play Nintendo games. Like it was one of those games you either beat in 1 day, 3 days, or 6. So it was a 6-dayer. But like it's more doable because you can push rewind and try again, things like that. So they did an amazing job of collecting like comic book covers, still frames from the episode, the game's emulation. It's great. I only have one small nitpick, but you should still buy it. You should still buy the Cowabunga collection, but one small nitpick. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that song is in licensing hell. So what they did is the sheet music isn't. So they had someone redo it, re-sing it, and read. And for me, my ears, it's not bad. It's not a bad version of the song, but it's not the original version of the song, so I can't hear it. So every time I hear it, I go and turn off like the volume. But other than that, it's perfect, and you should buy it. Like if you love Turtles, it's an amazing collection of all good things Turtle. And while you're at it, after you get that, then you need to get TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which is a completely new game and has Mike Patton from some band that you white people know, and he's singing the Turtle song. And it's fantastic, and the game is great. It's up to 6 players. You can beat April and Casey Jones. And
cool. I've never played any of them.
Yeah, so get Cowabunga Collection first, so you can be like, oh, nostalgia, these are great games. Like the 3rd Game Boy game is really good. I didn't realize this. I completely skipped out on it. And then go get Shredder's Revenge.
Okay, you heard it here, folks.
Yep.
You said there was a strategy guide. I'm thinking about like back when I played that in the arcades and just how many. Like my strategy guide would have been put more quarters in.
Put more money in the machine.
I easily have put enough quarters into that machine to buy like 5 switches.
Probably. Yeah. Now, let me tell you some dirty secrets. The arcade version of that game, it had a mode where if you do too well in the game, it ramps up the difficulty so much where bombs will just stop dropping and you just die. Yes. So.
Oh yeah. I totally saw that. I ran into that all the time because I was playing so well.
Because you were so good, right? So there's a bunch of little things like that are in the arcade code. Sometimes again, if you play too well, like the difficulty and the number of like foot soldiers that come out goes way up. So it scales, right? So this is cool. In this collection, they enabled a way to turn all that stuff off, so you can just play the game, right? So like again, another reason why you should have this collection. And TMNT has never been available as a physical disc or cart Ever.
Yeah.
It's always been digital, and even on Xbox Live Arcade, it was still missing like music or sound effects or something, right? So this is the first time we get the almost, other than the daggone title screen song, perfect edition of the arcade version, other than like the big arcade one-up cabinet, right?
But couldn't you just like sing your own version and then put it in for yourself? Your own.
I would like to say some intrepid hacker has found it's just a WAV file. Teenage Mutant. Just rename it and put the new one in. It's fine.
I'm thinking this is going back a while ago, but I'm thinking as good as we did with the theme song to Full House, maybe we.
That is still my favorite thing we've ever done.
that was
you know what? We should redo the TMNT theme and let them know like how it's supposed to be done. That's a great idea.
So just horribly, where all of a sudden Omar starts singing about something completely different.
Like, it's the turtle song. Like, Omar, we got it. That's why we're singing this.
Yeah, and he's off. Yeah. No.
Yeah, well, I'm sad Dan and Tina couldn't make it. But
I miss Tina. I miss Dan. I saw them in real life, so that was good. But I still like to like hang out and talk geeky stuff with them.
Well, I want to see everybody in real life. We not get invited to parties, Andrew.
It is
apparently not.
Well, I did see you, Rob, in real life once.
That's what I mean, like in passing, not like at an event, like in passing.
Yeah, it needs to be like a hangout. No, do anything else. Just like actually, just is a near mint chilling. NMC near mint chilling.
Next time I go to Tilty Balls,
there's our next NMC.
Hey, I'm at Tilty Balls. Let's all come out. We'll make it happen.
Oh, I still haven't.
I gotta go.
It's so good. Oh yeah, we should probably wind up. Andrew,
it's time to wrap up here. Yep, time to wrap up. Hey folks, this was a lot of fun. This is my official wrap-up speech. I've been working on this for exactly 2 seconds. This is my wrap-up speech. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I loved seeing everybody in the comments, except for this person. I don't know who this person is. This hacked account. Clearly, yeah, we need to just ban that.
Yeah.
No, this is a lot of fun. It's good seeing you all. Thanks for joining us. Rob, give us your famous closing marks.
Gamers who play together stay together. So love one another. Keep gaming. Peace. Wait. Like, subscribe, smash. Look, I got to take a step back. Smash that notification icon.
Perfect.
So you get
beautiful
notifications the second we drop new content. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. And we can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah. That's it. See you later, everybody. Have a good night.